The HMS Victory. It carried Lord Nelson in the 1805 Battle of Trafalgar, when Britain crushed the French and Spanish fleets in the Napoleonic Wars. Today, the famous ship draws tourists to Portsmouth, England. But for anyone interested in history or the British Navy, the Mary Rose is an even bigger find. Henry VIII's favorite warship sank in 1545 while fighting a French invasion fleet. Half the ship crumbled away, but mud quickly covered the other half and preserved it for nearly 450 years before divers brought it up. It's almost ready to go on display after nearly 20 years of protective treatment. Perhaps even more impressive are the 20,000 objects recovered from the seabed.
It's an extraordinary time capsule. It's like Pompeii, the Roman remains of Pompeii, but it's much better. It is the personal and professional possessions of the admiral down to the most junior cabin boy.
The current museum only has room for some 6% of the collection, but an ambitious expansion opening in 2012 will hold most of the artifacts now kept in storage.
This is a gold angel.
It's not just your standard sunken treasure. In 28,000 dives, archaeologists brought up everything from cannons, one with the ball still in the barrel, to the contents of sailors' pockets.
And you'll see some of the very small, delicate objects. And if I lift the lid off of this little plastic container here, you'll see a very tiny little dice.
Such personal items help flesh out what it was like to live in the Tudor period.
The leather shoes worn by the crew on board. And you can see in remarkable condition.
Many personal effects, like this wood dish, carry an illiterate sailor's personal mark. This is a one-of-a-kind find. In fact, before the recovery of the Mary Rose, there was only one original longbow in existence. Now there are more than 150. Part of the anchor line is intact. And then there is the clothing.
Somebody of wealth would have certainly owned this one. This is a silk hat.
For now, visitors can see a sampling of the most interesting objects in the museum, but the 2012 expansion will reveal the vast historic wealth of the Mary Rose. Fritz Ferber, The Associated Press.